Hey, it's Zippy. Hey everyone, this is Kristen at GoodKnitKisses here, and we are talking about the Zippy Loom today. This is brought to you by Knitting Board, and I'm going to give a review on it. And all these opinions come from myself, and I'm just showcasing everything there is to know about the new Zippy Master Set. This is the Master Set here. It's got all the stuff on the front and back, and you may have seen it flying around Facebook and on YouTube and all the stuff, and you're like, what is up with that? I want to know more. I need Kristen to tell me about a review, because I know you guys enjoy the reviews, right? So let's get started. I'm going to show you some stuff, but first, have you seen the big trend about the giant super scarves? All right, here is a super scarf that is started here as a sample for you. Look at this. Now the back, look at all these pearls. You can see it real well. You can see the pearls, 3 pearls, and a big, long, chunky knit stitch, and the pearls and everything. Oh my gosh, what if you want this and you're like, I don't like to purl, Kristen. I don't want to purl. Fine, you don't have to. Look, so there's 3 column rows here. Now the reason why I showed you that first is because you can really see the difference with all that white shining through. But you can do this, and I'm going to show you how. Boom, double knitting with the Zippy. So we're going to show you a little bit of this double knitting, and in order to get you can get a flat panel. So you can do double knitting, you can get a flat panel back and forth on this. You can do it in the round with corners, in the round without corners, and I'm going to show you how. Let's go look at all the pieces, but you got to stick through it till the end, because then I'm going to show you how to get a free Zippy Master Set. But Kristen, what if I already bought the Master Set and I'm just here to hear what you have to say? That's great. Why don't you give one as a gift? If you've already bought one, it's in the mail, or you are wanting to get one, you're on the fence, go ahead and get it. You can give the extra one to a friend at Christmas time or whatever, or you can have an extra set to make big things like this. So you have to have 2 extra ones to do what I did right here. But I'm going to show you how to do that, and I'm going to talk about this and tell you all the things that I like about it. So we're going to get started here and keep watching. All right, we have the Zippy Master Set box. It's going to have 3 different languages on it, and then it shows you the zippy, the corner, and then knitting in the round. And I'm going to open this box set up right now and show you what is inside. This is what you get. You get this nice set. There is a book right here. And then we have our Zippy looms. It comes with 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's all packaged in here nice and neat. You've got your corners, 4 corners, your looms. And then you've also got these connectors. The connectors are what really ups your looming game with the Zippy. So we're going to pull these out and show you exactly what that is that makes it so darn special. So there's 4 of these corners right here, and then you have your standard connectors for straight, and then you have your double knitting connectors here. So we've got 4 of the straight connectors, 4 of these L connectors, and then the double knitting connectors. All right, so I'm going to show you how to put them together, but first I want to show you the book. This is a brand new box. And if you want to see the fun unboxing that we did, I did a live video on Facebook showing another box. So this is actually a second box. And it was really fun to see everyone's interaction. So if you want to go and join, I'll put the link in the description below. Right here is the book. It walks you through everything. It's got really great diagrams showing you exactly how to put them together, arrows which direction they go. So this is a very quick overview that I'm going to show you, and then I'll show you actually how to do this. It's got your stitches on here, how do you configure in the round for the 2 different ways, and how you make the stitches, and how you even bind off and get it off your loom. Get it on, make the stitches, get it off the loom. So all these configurations on here, if you got a straight configuration, you had it in the round, and then it has the double knit, and then it walks you through the double knitting and includes 2 hat patterns and 2 cowl patterns. And then it continues on in 2 other languages. So you got French and Spanish, as well as the English language. So this book is really nice and helpful for more videos and more patterns, written patterns, and some video. Go to kblooms.com and you can actually get their patterns there and also on the blog. So this is a bigger picture of the patterns that you're going to get that comes with it. And you can, of course, find more on the blog. And the patterns that are written are very simple. There's some new ones out for different shawls that are really pretty. And so go check those out. They're not part of this review right now. So if you want to look at those, go check it out. I just want to show you and talk about this real quick. So you know it's the front because you've got the Zippy Loom face that's super cute, and then you also have the KB Looms logo with the KB Loom stamped in here. And even if you can't see it in the video at home, you'll be able to see the kblooms.com, and then you'll know that that's a place where you can go to their blog and their patterns. They've got free patterns, and they're always coming out with new ones. So that's what I really love about Knitting Board, is they're always coming out with fun free patterns and blogs with updates on news on the loom and stitches and things. So that's really fun. Before we talk about connection points, let's talk about the loom and how sturdy it is and all the basics about it. So you've got 4 pegs with 1 loom, but this master set comes with 4 of these. They're great. They don't torque and twist. It travels really well. It's real chunky. It can get very, very large yarn on it. You can use a 6 or 7, which is a super bulky, or a jumbo weight yarn. I'll go through those and put them in the description below of recommended yarns by the Knitting Board. If you measure around here with your tape measure, if you measure from center peg to center peg, it's 1.5 inches. And if you measure, so see, 1.5 inches, all right. If you went all the way around, the circumference of this peg is going to be at 2.5 inches. So there's a 2.5 inch point. So, and this is about 6 inches wide. Okay. And so when you're planning for how big it's going to be, if you put 2 of these side by side, you're looking at, this would be 12 inches. Now, to look at the connection points, I want to point out the sort of the anatomy of the loom. Of course, you've got the pegs. The front is a zippy with a cutesy zippy face. You've got kblooms.com written on here to remind you where you can go for more patterns, which is great. And if you need something from KB, from Knitting Board. And then look at the connector. See how it's like a T, but then it's got this little bitty spot in it here. Okay, that means the front, you can't connect anything through the front. All you have to do is flip it on the back. Do you see how this is open now? Let's compare these two. So if you're ever in doubt, check Zippy out. That was cheesy. I didn't mean to rhyme. But you've got this little blocking here. So we're going to flip this over and let's just do a simple connection. This is the simple connector. I call it a straight connector, but it's their simple connector. It's got a T shape, and then these have a T shape on both of them. So they fit together, and you slide it in and then snap it into position. And then you just pull it back out the other way. And I'll show you how to do that fully in a minute. Then we've got the connector for the corner, if you're familiar with that. It's also got the T in it, and it's going to slide from the back. Now, they all have arrows on them. It shows which way to go. Whoops. It's going in this direction here. Okay. And then it clicks in, and then you would put in your other connector and slide it in, but it has to go from the back again, and then you make that connection. So now we want to make another connection. So I'm going to put in my L connector. It's got the long, this part here matches the length, okay? And it's going to slide in because this has got a T to it, so it's going to slide in here. And I want this bracket on the inside here, okay? So this is going to match up because it's got the T, right? It can't go this way though, because it won't fit, right? It's not made that way, because what it's going to do is slide in and snap. And then this one is going to make a corner, right? And so it needs to fit the T here. You see that? So it's going to fit the T like this. Look at that connection. Now you have one less peg. Okay? So now we've got those connections on, but what about this new double knitting? What we want to do is take our connector for double knitting. We're going to make sure the T is lined up, put it straight in like that, right? Let's get the next one and put it on the other side and put the T in like this. It doesn't matter which end, because now you're going to flip over and put the front side like this, because the back has to be to the connectors, and you're just going to slide it in just like that. Look at that. And now you can double knit with just 4 stitches on the Zippy. But what if you want to make it bigger? This is the first configuration in the round. It's going to give you 20 pegs. We're going to take our loom and turn it around to where all of the grooves are facing out. Okay. And then going to take your corner and you're going to put your corner in through the back. Click it in through the back here. Put that in. Turn. Slide this in from the back. And again, just to slow this down, we're going to take your corner. It's going to slide in with this T. Slide it through the back T of the loom. Click it in place. Go ahead before you put this last one in and put this last little corner in here. Slide it in and click. And then take your last loom with the Zippy on the outside and slide it in that way. And now you have got a 20 peg loom. Okay, this is the second configuration that's going to get you 16 pegs. What you're going to do is take your 2 pegs, the 2 looms that you want to be opposite each other, and we're going to go ahead and put those in first. We're going to set these aside, take our L connectors and line them up. Okay, so I want to line them to where the L's face the inside or the back of the loom, and then they're going to go straight to the back here. So we're going to line up with this little T, slide in and click, slide in and click. So they're on one loom. And then we're going to do this loom the same way here. We're going to slide in and click, and slide in and click, or they're all to the inside. And then all you're going to do is just put in your loom, sliding it in. Remember that the grooves face the outside. So we'll slide this around, put this last one on, click, and you've got 16 pegs. This is the configuration for double knitting. We're just going to take our loom and lay it straight down with the grooves facing out, grooves out, face down. Go ahead and put in a simple connector. Okay, that's how you do a straight loom configuration. And then we move on to putting it on the other side. For this simple configuration, we're going to lay them on their fronts so the back faces up. Go ahead and put the other simple connector in. So now we've got 2 looms set up this way. Now we want to double knit. So we're going to put it in with the little T facing here, slide that in and pop it in. Put this one in, pop that in, and then just take your loom, put it right on top, slide it in, and you have got a 16 peg loom for double knitting. So another thing that I like about the Zippy is I can use just the one, or I can put the 2 together and do a very small double knit. I don't have to use all of them. And this is a really handy one for my bag for on the go. This is just super simple. So if you know how to knit a flat panel, you can make a project in a flat panel and ignore these in the back. And if you want to go with the double knit, you can go back and forth and make a double knit. The simple part is it's really easy to handle if you have a bulky yarn. Like this is actually a t-shirt yarn. This is strips of yarn. You can even in a bind, you can even choose not to use your knitting tool and just work with your fingers. So let's just say I want to cast on. And here's a quick way to cast on. You can even do a thumb cast on where you take your yarn and you flip it with your thumb, okay? And then you flip and put it on. So you take your thumb and you flip it and you put it on. That's a thumb cast on. It's also a half hitch. Take it and flip it over. And I've got a video on that to slow it down. But you can choose to do that and then just go across and knit a flat knit. You can do an E-wrap. Okay, where you E-wrap around, or you can even do a purl. But let's just knit it with our fingers. Look how great that is. And of course the tool that it comes with is really nice, and I like their new tool here. It's got a great little thumb grip and everything. It's really handy. If you want to purl, here's a purl stitch for you. And it's just the same on any loom. but sometimes people want to see it. So I'm going to show you. So right here, if you're not familiar with a purl stitch, I'm going to put my yarn below. I'm going to pull it up from that loop that's on top, take the whole thing off and put it on, and then I've completed a purl stitch. So from the front here, it looks like this. Lay your yarn below, go down and scoop it up like pulling a pearl from the ocean, take it off, put that new loop back on, and pull it. So that is a purl stitch. All right. Okay, so this is the setup for the super scarf, and we are making a 3-rib, a 1 purl, 3 rib, 1 purl, 3 rib. It's going to be called a 3x1. So in the back, it looks like 3 purl and then a rib and alternating. So the way to do this is you want to set up your loom in the double knitting. You've got the double knitting connectors at each end, and then in the middle, you're going to connect with a simple connector for the back and for the front. And in this case, I've got actually 2 more that you don't have in one kit. So you need 2 more zippies in order to do this. And the way you cast on is exactly the way that this is set up on here now. So you're going to start on your loom. Let's just start, say this is a fresh loom. You would put on your slip knot, and then you're going to wrap. And you can also do this for other configurations. So this starts your first cast on. You're going to E-wrap, and then when you come for the one to the back, you're going to go back and wrap again, and then come back to the front and wrap again and continue in the pattern. And then you just come back the other way. You're always going to skip the first peg. It's called slipping. You'll slip the first peg, and then on the other side it'll be slipped again. So every other row it'll be whatever your first stitch is. So now that I've showed you how to put it on here, let's show you on the bigger loom. So what I have here is I've gone all the way up and down. I'm going to show you how to wrap them. So you'll be going back and forth. So when you wrap, this first one is not going to get knit. So you're just slipping that first, just like that. Okay, so see, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you go back and do 1, and then go 1, 2, 3. Kristen, why is this 4 and this is 3? Well, I'll tell you, because the 3 is going to show up right, but because we're slipping the panel on the first stitch, it won't show up as 4. Every other row is going to get sort of a half stitch, and so this is actually going to look like 3, and then it's going to have a nice edge. So on the first 4, then you go back, and then you do 3, go back again, and then do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then when you knit that over, when you pull this over, then when you start again, you just start on this one and you skip that first one again. So I'm going to show you how to bind this off. You're going to do a stretchy bind off, and it's pretty simple. It's just like the basic bind off. And if you know how to do that, or look it up on my channel, I've got it on another loom as well. You just want to knit your stitch. So you always want to knit the first stitch on this, and then the rest of them you're only knitting the second. So you knit number 1 and 2, move your second stitch over, okay, knit that, and then move it to be your new number 1, okay. And then now we're going to repeat this next section all the way through. So knit the second, knit over, move it to 1, and knit over, and then move it back to 2. Okay, so knit this second, move it over, knit the stitch, move it over. Okay, and so now I've knit all of these, and I've got to move to the back here, right? So this is actually the second. So I'm going to knit the second and knit that over, right? And then we want to move this one on top of this one here. So I'm just going to flip it around like this and lift the bottom over the top. Okay. And then I can move it back here, but I'm just going to leave it. And I'm going to go ahead and knit it here. Oh, I'm so sorry. So let me move this one because this is actually my second. And then now I'm going to move it and then knit, move it, and now I keep going. So you just continue this until the end, and then when you get the last stitch, you're just going to pull it on through. Okay? So that's it. That's all you have to do, and that's a stretchy bind off, and it's going to match the beginning, and you're going to have this really nice super scarf to use or give away. Either one. It's really fun. You just knit to the length that you need. So I'll move this over. Let's get to the next one. We'll do this one more time here. Do the back and knit that over and bring it to the front. Knit that over, and now we're on the straightaway. And now I don't have to go to the back at all anymore. Knit that, move it over. I'm out of yarn, so you're seeing me at the tail end of this. This is this t-shirt yarn. All right, and so now I can just pull it on through. I'm going to knit that last and then pull it on through. All right. And there we have it. So this is the beginning edge, it's stretchy. This is the ending edge, it's nice and stretchy. You've matched it, and then if you make it long enough, you can make yourself a cowl. You can show it on this back side. You can show it on this right side here. And or make it like super, super long. Just for this tutorial, I wanted to keep it short. So I hope you like that pattern today. All right, did you guys like the review? I hope you like the Zippy Master Set. I really like it. So if you want to get one, there's links in the description below. You can see where it is currently, and if any of that changes and I find out, I will change and update the description, so be sure and click in the link below. You can always get their products at kblooms.com. You can usually find it on Amazon, and then there's other stores that have it available. And again, for more information, click down below for the most updated information. Also, do you want to get one for yourself that's free? If you want to enter the drawing, the contest, now it's only for a week, and the all the details will be down below in the description, but you're going to want to put in where you're from. So if you in the United States, just say the city and the state, and then if you are outside of the United States, be sure and put what province and country you're from, and then I will let you know who the winner is in 1 week, and then Knitting Board is actually going to send you your looms. But first, you have to respond to me and give me your address to the winner. So I'll announce the winner, I will contact the winner, and then we will get you out your set. Woo, woo, woo. All right, so log in those answers with the comments. If you find, oh my gosh, I cannot put in a comment, that's because you are not on YouTube. You're not logged in, or you don't have an account. So if you have a Gmail account, super easy. Get a quick Gmail account, then you're going to subscribe to YouTube. You're going to be able to comment. You'll be able to subscribe to your favorite YouTubers, your favorite loom knitting gurus and people out there making videos in the loomy world. So anyway, I hope you do it. It's great to see you, and be sure and check out the video on how to connect your loom. It's a shorter video, and it will show you all the ins and outs on how to put it together in case you forget. All right, have a great day and happy looming. Bye-bye.